Hi everyone, welcome to our Treasure Home Sunday Night Live. Will this be the last Sunday that I go live? We will never know. I like that, just like the how many licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop. A one, a two, three. Hey Miss Colin Walter, how you doing? Three licks to get to the middle of a Tootsie Roll Pop. With the little owl. I love that commercial growing up. That was so fun and everything. I will not do any sewing tonight, but I will show you but the blanket I was crocheting. I don't like it, so it's called frogging, so it's taking it apart and doing something else with it. Um, but we are going to work on that candle here in a few minutes. So thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Joe, for being here. People in the chat. Thank you, TV watchers and replay watchers. I greatly appreciate y'all being here. So, yeah, I'll probably be like an hour and a half tonight. School starts tomorrow for Anastasia. And I'm just like, we all kind of like not looking forward to it. It's online and everything, but they still, just as much stuff to do as if going to brick and mortar. So, and then as y'all notice, the tree lights are not on because we have taken everything off the tree, and probably that be the tomorrow it will be down, which would be good. That's why I'm not sewing because, like I said, y'all know my sewing machine is right there. So I'm between the tree and the table and everything. So I'll just wait to do any sewing. So that's why I'm not sewing tonight. But I'll show y'all some crochet things and everything. So tomorrow night, Monday night, I will have my table cleared. I'll have the sewing machine on the table, and we're going to sew the apron that I have put off for 3 years. And depends how that goes. We'll be cutting out the pattern, and then maybe Tuesday, um, cutting the fabric because I still need to get. I haven't gotten to another table, but with the tree right there, um, pulling this tote out, that like that's just too much. So, what I'm gonna do is thank you, Carl. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just like I said, just getting over the initial of, "Hey, Sue, how you doing?" Um, the nervousness of if the stitches aren't perfect and lined up right, and being that crooked and everything else. So that's why I've learned that everybody starts something from the start, and then you just practice and practice and practice to keep going. So, like I said, that's part of my goals this year is to sew more. And I've been writing stuff down as I think about it. Let's see here. And then my to-do list for this week. Oh my goodness. But yeah, talking about um and talking about goals. Oh, I was supposed to go over it, but I didn't do that. Oh my goodness. So Saturday, I think I'm gonna do a continuation about having a merry heart. Next Bible study, because I didn't get to that point at all. So hey, Darlene, how you doing? So Saturday, I'll continue with like a merry heart and everything, and what the Bible says about having a merry heart and everything, and how we to Hey, Terry, having a merry heart and what to do and get hurt or whatever and grieve. There's different types of grieving and everything, but how you can have a merry heart through that. So let me look and see what notebook I have the goals written down because here I put on this, and this is not even my goal sheet. This is just notes. But in February, my goal is, and no, it won't. It'll take longer than a month, but to go through old videos on I Treasure Home and fix the titles, fix the tags, and all that's going to take a while to do that. And then, so let's see here. Just in case it hits up. All right, so Merry Heart. On 110. And then Heather had asked about doing a study on the Proverbs 30 woman. And so we'll start that the following Saturday. So this calendar is over here is really small, but the numbers, look, I gotta show y'all this. This is hilarious. If y'all can see that. That calendar over there, it's small, but the numbers are darker. The calendar over there is bigger and the numbers are lighter. So that's why I was like looking at that calendar and I'm like, huh? How come I can't see those numbers? So like I turned this, so I turned like that. Oh, a smaller calendar. And the numbers are bolder. I'm like, okay. All right, that's all right. So and then the 17th, that Saturday, we'll start the Proverbs 31. Right. I think this is the first year. I'm doing good. How you doing, Mr. Terry? That because every year it's never failed, and especially in school, you got to write the date and you're still writing the year before instead of because normally I'll be putting 2025 and crossing it out, and I'm like I say doing things on purpose. Oh, you're MK Gaming. Okay, I thought you were Terry. Sorry about that, because we have another friend that's kind of like similar in name, and his name is Terry. But thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. All right. On that note, which one do you like best? Okay. As far as consoles go, the PS2 series, like PS4 or whatever, or the Switch. And then that be Nintendo or Xbox. Because PS4 is Nintendo, so Xbox or Nintendo. I used to do gaming a long time ago. I know a PS4 and a PS5. So there we go. That's what we have. They have that and the Switch. The Switch. But I've always had Atari, Nintendo, the very first Nintendos, and everything. Yeah, I played video games with Donkey Kong. I think where we went up the lane, they climbed up the ladder, went up, climbed up the ladder, went up, and I guess as far as Atari, Frogger was my best. I liked that game best. And my best friend, they had a Sega Genesis. Yeah, so they had Pong and a couple of other games. Pong, and then I don't want to say Starfighter or something, Aliens or something another. So when we got bored of playing stuff at my house, we would go down to her house and play on the Sega Genesis. But, oh yeah, one night I was talking about Atari. I was trying to look up all of the games we had. We had about 20 games, so we had stuff to keep us busy. And we still went outside and played. So it was just like, I have an old Nintendo and some games. If you watch me play games, I'll teach you how to play. Okay, so I just they try to show me how to do the new controllers and everything because you got buttons here and little things here and still the square X and O. I'm just like, give me the old controller. I'm good. I'm good. Definitely, I'll go in there. Oh goodness. And once in a while, that's something I said. I'd rather have my son playing video games and him being at home than him being on the streets and I not know where he's at. And but we always were doing something besides playing video games. But I'm like, you know, that to me was it still teaches eye and hand coordination. And my family, why are you always on a video game? Like, we played it when we were growing up because you got it for us. So, but I was like, hey, it teaches eye hand coordination and everything. And that works with, anything you do. Hey, Robin, all the men in my family, husbands and sons, are all big gamers. Yeah. Well, I played a Team U game on my phone, but I have had it's a running game. Anastasia has it downloaded on a tablet. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I like your banner. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Don't let trolls get to you. Just ignore them. Exactly. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, definitely. Camouflage, all that good stuff. Okay, that'd be fine. I might hop over there after I get off of here. It depends on how tired I am. I even took a nap this afternoon, this evening. 6 o'clock. I was so 5:30. I was sitting here and I was doing this number. I think I better go lay down just in case, so I don't fall off out of a chair. So about 6 o'clock or so, I went and took a nap, and I was like, it was so nice and warm in the bed. I was like, do I really want to get up? So I was like, I got things to do. So yeah, I tried taking nap, but it didn't work. Sometimes I just sit there. Oh, today I knew the way I was tired for something, but I've been doing a lot today. I've been making videos, and oh my goodness, it's like taking the stuff down off the tree and everything, and working on other projects besides crochet, but trying to get and getting things organized and I'm just like, okay, I need a mental break. Like, right down. And then I got up. I was like, oh, there's still stuff to do. So I went there and washed the dishes and everything because we'll be going in the kitchen here in a few minutes. So I was like putting stuff away in there, putting stuff in the kitchen away, washing dishes, and then I was making notes, and I'm like, where's the notebook I was writing down the other stuff? Oh, okay, there it is. See? No, so this is not the note. This is the one I'm writing down when I'm eating, and I didn't do that today. So January 4th, 2026. I did have slash lunch, breakfast, brunch, 2 eggs and bacon. And then for dinner I had, or a snack I had, peanut butter and celery. And then dinner I had, because I made this for the cooking channel, I redid the video of French onion soup. Because, hey, Miss Heather, how are you working? How you doing? I don't know why I saw. Oh, that's all. I didn't. I tried taking it, but it didn't work. Oh goodness gracious. So um, yeah. So I made French onion soup for the cooking channel, and so that I had that for my dinner. So that oh, that was so good. French onion soup, and then they made rice. So then I added rice to it, and all. All right. So those who were there on the cooking channel the other night, I had that butterball turkey sausage. All right, cool deal. And um, I was like, within 10, 15 minutes, I had started itching and everything. So I'm still itching. Um, so that lasts a few days until everything gets out of my system. But right here, y'all see, it was down and everything. And I took a picture, but it didn't turn it out that well. Ooh, messing with the tree and everything. And it happened. I'm like, why is this so? Oh my goodness. I had whelps on my arm. I'm like, oh no, did it come from the tree or did it come from what I ate? And I'm like, that's crazy. I don't know if let's see, did I keep it? Yeah, that's not too bad. All right, this one's close. That's closer. So I woke up the next morning, but I mean, we messed with the tree a little bit, and then I looked, and my arm was all broken out and everything, and I'm just like, okay, so was it from the turkey sausage or was it from the tree? I'm like, no, I'm not giving up. Exciting news! I get to put a few of my aprons in a food hub store. Look around, yay! That's so cool. That is the way to do it. That is the way to do it. Awesome. That's so exciting. I am so happy for you. So I was telling everybody earlier that next Saturday, um, I'm gonna continue the Bible study I was doing yesterday because I didn't get to the part of having a merry heart and being good medicine for your soul. I said, but after that, the next Saturday, yeah, the 17th, we'll start the Proverbs 31 study, and I'm gonna do that in a series also because that chapter is so loaded with information and everything. So I'm gonna get this blanket that I was. All right. So I took this yarn and I had measured out this far. So it yeah, I would have to have like 4 or 5 scans of this to make the blanket that would be um long enough, or I mean length of, not wide enough but long enough. And I'm like, I was not happy. So I was like, I was just gonna undo it and make something else with it. So, and my finger is like the knuckle. Oh, you welcome. So trying to get everything together. Yeah, exactly. It's exciting when it's like someone says yes to having your stuff there. And then you're like, then you kind of freak out a little bit later. It's like, oh, do I have this and this? And you put it all together. I know. It's nice. Like I said, when the tree comes down, I'll get the elastic out and the other fabric that's underneath the table. And I'll show all that tomorrow night. With us in the middle of doing that, I just didn't feel like sewing tonight. I was just like, I look over there, look at that, and it's just staring at me like, I'm waiting for you to use me. Saying, you know, hey, there you go. That should be interesting. I'm learning exactly. We're always learning about something. I always, for years, oh, I guess I was in my like 20s or 30s or something. Others talking about learning. It's like I'll learn something new every day. If it even is just one thing. Hey, Ruby, how you doing? You know, if just learns one thing, something every day. And I learned that when I think it was when I was working at GNC, because they started talking about keeping your mind sharp and your thinking and everything. I'm supposed to be sewing, but I painted my nails. I know. Yeah, I haven't put anything. I took stuff off. But what happens is when I crochet, where's the hook? I can't find that one, so I'll get this one. So when I'm crocheting, I use this finger to guide the yarn, or the hook into the yarn, while I keep hitting the fingernail. So it's kind of like, it's not split like in half, but it's, splitting it right there. And I'm just like, what in the world? So I put fingernail polish on it to, yes, we can do that. Do you want to do it Monday night or Tuesday night? You just got to let me know. Or what night you want to do it. I'll go through Restream because StreamYard, it's the funniest thing. All of a sudden, I got my 20 hours back. So we can do StreamYard, but just let me know what night you want to do. That will be fun. Yeah. So what it is me the hook hitting the nail right there. So I need to get some fingernail polish and put on there, maybe to cover it, coat it, or something to. I plan on Monday and Tuesday. Sunday. That'll be learning for me too. I don't know all the clothing ins and outs. Yeah, me neither. So this is a learning process for all of us together. Because, like I said, I've got those patterns I showed everybody, and that's a goal I want to do. Where is that notebook? I thought I had it. Because this is my Bible one, talk about Bible study and everything. So that's what I made those notes on that. And then I just, and then one is how to put God, the Bible, and devotions into our daily lives. I was supposed to do the 27th. I don't think I did. Okay, tomorrow. All right, sweet. When I make the live, I will send you the link. That one. I know what this one is. That's the garden one, which I'm making other notes in. This is the one for this general stuff, grocery list, and like grocery lists and stuff like that. And then I have, your want list that you would like to, oh, here's the other one. Sorry. So, but here's my one I use to, I make notes for my lives or which ones I want to do. Hey, that will be fun. I know it will be fun. So I can't, and then possibly sewing apron as possible because I put possible there because I know I was like with this tree right here and everything. I know I was like I was trying to get it out, get the tote out from underneath the table, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not enough room because I was like, oh, I'll wait till the tree comes down tomorrow, then I can pull everything out. So that's like so you switch over to do things. So Monday and Tuesday I have that written down. But I was talking about goals. No, that's cooking. Write down the recipes. And that's my personal Bible study stuff that I do. I found my notebook. All right, so goals. All right, so the next goal is editing old videos. Now, y'all have to understand something. I don't have an Etsy shop. I'm in looking between Etsy again and the Canva. Shopify is $1 for 3 months, and then they charge you $30 a month. I'm like, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Because it used to be you could do $1 for a long time. So, and then I used to have, that's why I did Shopify with the coasters and everything else I made. So, but sometimes you just got to try and try again. I don't know if this will tell you exactly how many videos Go Studio. Tell me. Content. How many? This is just videos. This is not even lives or anything. Because if you go to my homepage, it says 1.K8 videos. So that's including the videos and the lives, as well my understanding is. So, doing YouTube for 7 years, had to go back to those very beginning ones. Hey, Ruby, quite some stories you got last night. I'm usually here, but not in chat because I was. Oh, that's fine. I understand. That's I do the same thing. Exactly. I'll be looking at that again. Oh yeah, that's. I'll say like a lot of people. I'll say hi in the beginning, and I'm listening and writing or fixing something or something or another. So that's understandable. And then it was something else. Like, so I want to do that in February. In February, I should know how to write that. I'll write that out because it's, you know, there's birthdays in February, but I always still have problems writing the month of February down. So back in, grade school and everything, you learn how to abbreviate the months of the year, except like March, April, and May. June and July. February is FEB. So I just abbreviate. Um, there was something else I wanted to write down. Oh my goodness. Oh, a mile a minute. Oh, sewing projects. So um, after I'm the master multitasker listener. Because I have a couple people on the computer, then I'm editing on the phone, and I'll pull up the app, and I'm like doing this or listening to the weather, and then I'm like, or I'll sit there and I need to go look up something, and I pull up Google, and then something catches my attention, and I'm like, and I start looking at that, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, I need to be doing something else. Oh, I was like, oh goodness gracious. So yeah, I'm listening to the recording. Well, y'all went up to Anarchista and everything. That's a lot. But oh, it's so pretty. And then because I'll be looking, I'll have 100% on my phone, and then I'll look and I'll say 54% or something. I'm like, how did I get the, where did all that go? But then I because I have Instagram, so I post things on. I try to post things on Instagram. I mostly share things on Instagram, but I do post things. That's like today. I took a picture of the French onion soup. I was supposed to post it on Instagram, which I didn't. And cold, we were freezing in a Keystone on the top of the mountain. I believe it. But I took a picture of it because my thing is to post it on there to give a link to have people come over. But yeah, that's my French onion soup I made today. Oh my goodness, that was so good. So I'll post that, and that video comes out tomorrow. So I did 1.5 video. I did that. I was doing the cabbage. It was something else I did. And then I posted shorts video sitting by the fire, but I was freezing. I know. And then I've got to make videos tomorrow. So videos and then editing. Oh, I did videos for I did videos for both channels. So I think I threw it away already. But the little gummy thing, the breezies or whatever it is. And then I did one with this one. Oh my goodness gracious. Now, my arm was this morning. That was way before I had anything. And that's made with gelatin. So I'm like, oh, I guess I'm in for it. But it's all right. It was fun. It's like, oh my goodness. And then, yeah, had those. I gotta finish up the sauerkraut because I want some sauerkraut. So I cut up some cabbage. And I was looking, I was like, what's that blinking over there? There ain't nothing blinking over there at all. And I'm looking, I had my video from last night on the TV, and the lights are blinking. And I'm like, what am I looking at? But that's not my thing. I've always been able to do that. And sometimes it bugs me, but that's the way I trained myself. And The light is on in the kitchen. Yeah, I know. Because we're going to go in the kitchen here in a minute. In a few minutes. Um, but that's the way I train myself. If I'm looking at something, like I'm looking, but also to be aware of everything that's going on around me, in front of me, side me, or sometimes just turn around and look behind you. But that's what we did growing up and everything. And so I can see something, right here, and then because when I go to the eye doctor and I do the peripheral vision test and everything, and she goes, "Man, you got some good peripheral vision." So I was like, "Yeah, I kind of trained myself that way." We did that as kids and everything. It's kind of like a game and everything, and then when you're EMT and PI and everything, you've got to have all those senses working, because if you're sitting there looking at a patient and everything else, you focus on that patient, but you better be aware of the people around you or the family members or whatever else is going on. That way you can react in the time that you need to if something else happens. And so yeah, that's why I was sitting there, because it was reflecting off my glasses, and I was like, "Where is that light going?" Oh goodness. I can leave the phone there. All right, so we're gonna go in the kitchen. I want to see about fixing this candle. And Snoopy looks like we'll have to go back to storage. And come back out next year. Oh, and one goal I am praying for and relying on the Lord is I want us to have a house this year. I know the Lord's going to do it. All right. So, all right. So I get some water in my pot. And since I don't have like a double boiler, I mean, I could use the other. But this is old. It's a ring, a canning ring. So I put that in there and put my glass on top of that, so it's not actually touching the bottom of the pan. So let me go get the beeswax and the candle. So yeah, we're gonna fix this. Oh, it's so sad. Because it did so well. Alright. And like I said, I didn't even clean this out because all that's in there is the same thing that's in the candle. So it's just let it all melt together. And that should be enough. And if it's more than I need for the candle, let's see. We'll just make some tea light things. This is, all right, here's what they look like. It is a clock. It's a tea kettle and teacups or coffee cups or mugs, and like the little crackers, the crimpet crackers that they use for tea time. So we're gonna let that warm, but I'm gonna go get the chair. Alrighty. So I got ground turkey thawing, and then the candy canes. So I set some candy canes aside so I can sit there and do a video of what we do with our candy canes. I know. Oh, that wasn't me. It was Joy who needed warming up. Come get my tea. And the mouse. Yeah, so I made those videos. I'm gonna make videos tomorrow. We got the grocery store, and then let's see. Then I should have a video for the cooking channel Monday through Friday. So that's my goal for that. Here I'm still working on watch hours. So that's my goal for 2026. So, it'd have been a great Christmas present, but, that didn't happen. So that's okay. It's something to look forward to bring in the new year and, have something, to look forward this year. And then I want to do more candles and everything. Now, as far as making candles like these to sell, I don't know about that. That's kind of like a really, I have stickers I could put on there to talk about, how to burn the candle, use the candle and everything. How's it going? Slow. You go up and then they take away. They go up and then it comes back down. So I'm just like, I don't know. Just please don't. Everybody don't. No, if you're a content creator, this is the tip I gave at the very beginning. Don't delete your watch history. If you're helping people with their watch hours, don't delete your watch history. Because when you delete the watch history, it takes away your hours. And if you see hours going away in chunks, that's because people are deleting their watch history. And, I had someone argue with me about that. I did a test. We tested it out. And it does. If you delete your watch history, it takes people's hours away from their channel. So me and Cynthia did a test with that and everything. And it's like, she goes, oh no. I'm like, it's okay. It was an experiment we wanted to do to see what happens. So, we know to tell people, don't delete the watch history because, it doesn't help your channel. And it doesn't help people that you're trying to help them grow also. So, Heather, do you want to talk about that on y'all's healthy goals and everything? That's a healthy mental and emotional goal to make. It's hard. I know. Just keep going. It gets me not wanting to make videos. Then I do. They are not nice. I know. But see, it's always been that way. That's something that from the very beginning, they've said, don't look at the hours. Don't look at the views. Don't look at that because it'll make you disappointed because you'll see someone who, it's like their channel really took off and everything. And it's like, why? But there's reasons why behind that. I can't actually, there's other channels that will tell you, but I'm not going to say it. I'll text you later. But, everybody has a thing they like to do. And to me, they kept saying, back then, I'll do my channel the way I would like to do it. Now, I did separate the cooking from our treasure home because now I am looking at different goals and everything. So we separate the cooking. Now, all the cooking that's here on our treasure home will stay here. That is way too much to sit there and go get my SD card. Try to dub over saying, welcome to Cooking Dairy Free and Alpha Gall with Nancy over Hi, Nancy with Our Treasure Home, because you will see the lips moving and everything will be the same. Like, no, scratch that. Those videos will stay here and everything. And, I'll continue with Our Treasure Home and cooking and the cooking channel. Because there's things like I treasure at home, making candles. We're doing this food reviews, doing the garden and everything, and that's something that probably I think we did it. Not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, planting the garden. And I used to come to think, why are people planting their garden in the middle of January or whatever? And now I know. So I will get those seeds out and everything because I definitely have plans this year. And I still haven't gone out there. It was warmer last week, and I didn't go get that. I didn't pull up that plant. I didn't go see if it was ready or not. But it's still, and it gets cold and it's freezing, so it like droops and everything. And then after the snow melts and everything, so we're gonna have some warm days. It just perks right back up and everything. And I'm like, when it does that, I'm like, oh, I don't want to pull you out. I don't want to. You look so cute like that. But I do want to try to get some of that oregano. It's supposed to be warm like Wednesday or so. So maybe I'll get some of that oregano because the last time I went to the allergist, I'm like, okay, so I replant this one with a different seed. Let me see what it does. And I just pinched some off and it smelled like oregano. And I'm like, okay, so maybe it was one of the seeds or something or another that just was wonky or something or another. So I was like, whatever. So I gotta stir this up. It slowly melts. I used to do it first. I used to did have it on the heat higher, and I was like, because I would like it to melt faster so I could get it done, but I can turn it up to a medium. But I learned that you don't want to melt the wax too fast, too soon. And Tanya, Mountain Grandma, she talks about making candles and she mixes the soy and beeswax and all. And I'm like, I ain't never seen that either. So that was something new I learned. So that's pretty cool. I have some soy left over, but this is all beeswax. So, and everything. Hey, Princess, how you doing? Good, nice to see you here. So, that's other things to start doing and planting the garden and everything, and then just doing with the crafts and everything, the crochet. So some nights, like Monday nights, will be like doing what projects I'm working on with crocheting, or I don't knit. I was going to say knitting. I don't knit. Cross stitch. And it might be making some jewelry because I still have all my jewelry stuff to make that I was making and everything. So I've been wanting to make some new stuff and everything. So I might, a Monday night might be that. Wednesdays will still be talking about health journeys and everything. And I still don't understand. I showed y'all that picture and then it just went down. It went away. And I was just like, now right here it's like red as where I was scratching. But that was the weirdest thing ever. And I was just like, oh no. So I've been etching off and on all day long. I have put makeup on, and as soon as I come in the kitchen to start with make videos and everything, this eye right here, my left eye started itching. I'm like, I just put my makeup on. And so I had to scratch my eye. And then this I started, and so I just like forget it. So I put makeup on, and then by this time, whenever if it's off, it's off. I just put the lipstick on and go. I was like, oh well. I was like when we were in high school and everything. I put it on before we got dressed and everything, went to school and everything. But in the school, if it was off or whatever, like lunchtime, touched up a little bit. I'm like, if it's off, it's off. I ain't even putting it back on. Okay, I hear it boiling now. Come over here and stir a little bit more. And I've noticed beeswax smells so differently than soy. It's getting here. I just gotta keep stirring a little bit here, a little bit there. Keep that in the middle. I'll show y'all my sauerkraut. I'm gonna let this sit overnight. But I just kind of like chopped up. I didn't chop it up fine. I just kept it like that because I'm like, it smells like sauerkraut. Whoops! What are you falling for? There we go. And sometimes I let that sit for 12 hours, or sometimes I'll let it sit overnight. And get that going. And then, like I said, I've got this quinoa that I got. So this I've never. I think we've had. Am I still there? I don't know what's going on with this internet. Oh, we lost power earlier today. This was like about 12, maybe about 11:30, 12 o'clock or so. I just come in the kitchen, open the refrigerator to get stuff out to make breakfast. So that's probably about 11:30. Oh, you're back. Oh, sweet. So I just opened the refrigerator door to get eggs and bacon out because that was about like 11:30, and everything was on. Boom. And I'm like, you are kidding me. And my daughter-in-law goes, she goes, did y'all lose it then? I'm like, she goes, so then it came right back on. She goes, it'll be about 5 minutes before the internet's back. I'm like, that's okay. I was like, I just thought it was so funny. As soon as I go to make a video, we lose power because I had the pan heating up. So I was like, so it would be heated up, and I just, I was like, oh my goodness. Hey, traveling with the Wickham's. Hi, traveling Wickham's. We're doing good. How y'all doing? Biz has been weird today. I know it has all day long, but technology is so great. And I'm just like, really? We use it, but I just don't like it. But I've got this white quinoa, and I know we've had it once. I think we had it once before. So I am going to be making a video with this. I'll go by the directions. We'll see how it goes. So it looks like, it should be all right. Because it's a grain, and it's like, that's why I'm going to start trying to use different grains and everything. And that thing has got the bubbling and the bubbling. Oh, yes. Now it's finally starting to melt. Let's see if we get this stuff up here to melt. So it's getting there. And then so I got some craving some cookies. I want some cookies. So and then the other thing I've been wanting is pizza. Doing fantastic. We've actually been subscribed to for a while, so we're happy to get a chance to stop in. Oh, that's so awesome. But see, that's why I go live later at night, because I know people are different hours and everything. So if I went like live at 9, it'd be 8 Central, 7 Pacific and Mountain and all that time. I'm just like, so I started going live later at night, which was 10:45 Eastern, but then I can say, well, people can catch in and and everything, so they can be in live. So I was like, that's so cool. Yeah, I treasure started the cooking channel, cooking with Nancy, separately. So I started that like 6 months ago. So, but yeah, and I'm working on my watch hours. So that's why it's been a marathon every night to get those watch hours. And so tonight I decided we need to fix this candle. And I see you over there falling again. And still got a little bit left to. I'm trying to move you over to the side. So if you want to fall, you're not falling too far. There we go. Still a few more pieces to a few pieces to melt. Then I saw this on Pinterest of how to make your own chocolate. So I'm gonna attempt to do that too. We'll see how that works out. Alrighty, here we go. Let's see if this will help this candle. Alrighty. I'm going to pour it all the way up like this. Put that in there. And we have enough to make. Scoot that over there slowly. And we're going to make, let's make a, we'll make a tea kettle. Still enough in here. Do a little crumpet thing. I'm trying to keep it where it's in the middle. I'm going to do a little cupcake. There you go. And see, and that sits there and sets fast, especially in the and then we'll turn that off. That's all hard and everything in there. That's all setting in the thing. I like, and see, that's already starting to set too. So I was going to try and maneuver that a little bit, but that's all right. When it's all set and everything, I can trim that off. But and if y'all can see it, this is already starting to set. So as long as it fixes that middle, we'll be all right. There we go. Before we finish, this one right here, that one right there should be done. I probably can pop that out and everything. So then let's go back to the table. And take some things a little at a time. And then got the candy canes. So that's a video they'll be making tomorrow. I'll go turn that light off in there. Oh, so other projects that my goal is this year, and I normally, do make my own chapstick and stuff, is make my own lotions again and chapstick. That's not what I want. I am not watching that movie. I went to something else. So, see, that's why I have my paper right here so that I can think of it. Made chapstick. And then and lotion. And we put candles there. Because I don't write down when I remember it. Then I'll go later on. What was it I wanted to write down? Because by that time, my mind, I'm thinking of something else or I'm doing something else. So it's like, yeah. So I still haven't looked up the next class for the herbal class. But I think I had that, classes and take a language class and then the herbal class. But see, I was telling a friend today, we were talking, and he was asking, the plans for 2026. And it's the same guy that's helped me with information for my other book. Because that thing sounds like busy. I said, yeah, but the thing of it is, I got to remember, I don't need to do it all in 1 month. He goes, yeah, that's true. I said, I have to plan things throughout the year because if I don't, and if I don't get something accomplished in 1 month or that day or whatever, I'm just like, kind of like, not give up, but just like, it ain't going to get done. But I can't, I learned that last year. And so that's why I was showing y'all, got the calendar and filled it in and everything of what I want to do for this month. I did not get to do my candles for December. Christmas was just too busy and so much to do. I'm slow because of my walking. I understand. I understand. And another thing, I know because I have fibromyalgia too. And one thing I've learned over the years is if it doesn't get done today, it'll still be there tomorrow. Especially when it came to cleaning, because when you're hurt and I had, all right, so C 4 and 5 are herniate discs. 7, 8, 9, or 8, 9, and 10 in the middle of my back are herniate discs. L3 and 4 are herniate discs. And then back in 2021, I found out that the disc between L5 and S1 is completely gone, and L5 and S1 are fused to itself. So when I go to a new doctor and I tell him, oh, you had surgery, I'm like, where you get? I have surgery when it says it fused itself together. Where there's a worse surgery come out of my mouth. So I have a hard time accepting it, but I look forward to good days. Exactly. So that is, the same thing. I know when I wake up as if it's going to be a good day, a really bad day, or if it's like an in-between day. And I'm like, okay, today's a good day. I'm going to try to get A, B, and C done. If I wake up and I'm like, right as my arms feel achy. My arms, this is the weirdest thing, because when they hurt or too much, it feels like someone's taking their hand and just like, I'm gonna pull you down on the floor. But that's what it feels like. And I was like, okay, it's one of those days. But I can't take any Motrin. Motrin constipates me. I know it sounds like TMI, but when we're talking about health kind of like, some things in the medical field, not privacy, and decency just goes out the window if you want the doctor to figure out what's going on with you. So, and that's the same thing with Advil or any NSAIDs. Tylenol, I don't like using. That upsets my stomach. Um, and aspirin, all the studies they've come out now with that. So anything that, as far as pain medicine goes, I just don't take anything. I try to do it all with food and herbs and essential oils. Frankincense helps with. It's a relaxing herb. Essential oil, and I found that using that and mix it with the essential oil with castor oil and olive oil, and that helps with that eucalyptus. Go get you some Vicks Vapor Rub or the Walmart brand, or get you some Tiger Balm. Get you some eucalyptus essential oil, put it in there, and there you go. You got your rub. I put that on my feet in the morning when I wake up. And don't ask me. I saw a video of some guys talking about it, but your vagus nerve that helps that sensors to your brain and everything. I've been take the Vicks Vapor Rub, Walmart brand. After I put it on my feet, I rub my feet together. I'll rub it on my wrist, and then I'll put some right behind my ear, because it helps and it opens up your breathing capacity too. Oh, I love teas. I need to get me some different teas. The only thing I have right now is black tea. But Dr. Bird talked about lemon balm the other day, and talking about how drinking lemon balm tea before you go to bed. He was talking about how it helps relax you and different things with your sleep and all. So I was just like, now that's one thing I want to grow again. I know I can grow lemon balm. It might be this tall. I'll have to try that recipe. Yeah, let me go get it. It's not my own. Walmart. Vapor Rub. Camphor, eucalyptus oil, and menthol. They are like the herbal. I think it was at the Herbal Jedi. I think oh, it was that one of the other herb channels. Oh, let me see here. And sometimes I just I don't know what happened to my Tiger Balm. Did I put it in the in the drawer? I think I'll put it back over there. All right, so Tiger Balm is, comes in this, it's a small thing. But yeah. Almighty Quake Vapor Rub. It's already got your camphor, your eucalyptus oil, and menthol. And it smells good. So, and with that, I sometimes just sit it right there. It still sits there, and you can sit and smell it. Now I know I used to do things that were unconventional when I had a. I don't get as many colds or anything like I used to, but when I did, I would take some and just rub it underneath my nose. And then mom, you're not supposed to do that. That's not where it goes. I said, but it helps me breathe. Because I can put it on my chest, and I'm just like, that ain't helping nothing. Okay, so I see. So herbal. Let's see. Was it her? I know Dr. Berg was talking about the teas. All right, so I'll be putting these links in the chat. And then the Herbal Jedi. Where is he at? And then the Homegrown Herbalist. That's another channel. They have some great information about stuff and herbs and everything. So I was just like, you know, it's still a learning process because, you know, with some things will do this and some things will do that. Then you have herbs or flowers or anything that kind of all do the same thing, but you have to figure out which one works best for you. Then if you have allergies to ragweed and everything, there's certain things you can't use, like daisies and marigolds. But marigolds are good for pollinators and everything to bring the bees around. But see, that's something I noticed this year. I didn't have a lot of bees and all like I've had before. So I think that was part of the problem with some of the stuff I planted because now we had those like little we call them sweat bees when we were growing up. They were the little bees, and then I saw maybe one or two little bumblebees or honeybees, and I'm just like, where are the bees that usually, you know? So that's why I think my squash didn't do anything is because there was no bees to pollinate it. Like like that last year, no, last year. I don't know if I can find it quick enough, but yes, I can, because it should be in the playlist. It's going to be in the garden playlist. So that's why I put it. Gardening in containers. So if you go back and look 4 years ago, yeah, I know they love herbs. That's why I couldn't figure out why things. So last year we did the sunflower out, that mammoth sunflower, and it grew. That's what I'm trying to find is that sunflower. And then the cucumbers did grow, so I want to plant that again. And then let's see here. I know what the video is supposed to look like. Let's see if I can find it. So that still says 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Goodness. I go back and you start looking and see how small Anastasia was, and I was just like, oh, I won't hurt me that little again. But, you know, enjoy every moment. I say 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago. Where did it go? 6 months ago. So apparently it's not in that at all. I don't know. It may be in a treasure home. But I want to show y'all something. This is what I was trying to grow this year, but um, all my seeds were in storage. And then the ones that Heather and Jan and all them sent me, they're in storage. So I'm just like, I was like, oh my goodness. I just saw it. All right. Maybe. All right. So not that one. Oh, come on. Now, I know it's in this playlist. Rosemary, lavender, catmint, yeah, all the mints. And that's what I was trying to grow out front was the lavender. And also it didn't grow. And then okay, so all the ones that are supposed to be garden are not in that one. Goodness. Because what I had the lemon balm and the thyme and the oregano. Hmm, that's interesting. I have to go look and see what's going on. But yeah, I've got those. I even planted the toothache plant. That's why I thought that big green one was at, because I was like, that'd be cool if I could get that to grow. Of course, she does an amazing job. He does. Are you doing the seed swap with Adrian? I don't know. Last year I sent seeds and I don't know what happened with the mail and it all messed up. Exactly. Last year. All right, so maybe because I found a seed from a mammoth sunflower seed and I planted it again. It grew, but the stalk didn't grow um thick enough. So the sunflower was too heavy, so it was just like I tried picking up to make it stand up and everything, fix it, but it just kept falling over. So I just like, oh well, that's all right. Well, I just watched that video not to today or sometime yesterday or something with that evening primrose because I got that and I got the mullein plant. Yeah, in time. But see, the thyme and the oregano was giving off that mother oil scent. So that's why I think they didn't come around because they didn't like what was what was happening. Okay, now I'm lost myself because I don't know which playlist it's in now. I can't find it. Oh, goodness gracious. Because I wanted to show that evening primrose. All right, let me see if it's in. All right, here's one that I can show y'all. Um, I'll pause it when I get to it. I guess. Because I know I can grow things. I've done it before. Okay. I grew those, the zinnias, and then and I love the zinnias. Those are so pretty. Because I go outside, take Anastasia outside and sit there and just enjoy the flowers and the garden and everything. And also, it's like, and those are the daisies I had and they never bothered me. I would sit out there. I collect some flowers from the primrose that I get here. I only get about 10 flowers. Oh, but maybe it would give me more this year. Yeah, usually, um, sometimes it takes them a while to do things. Those are snapdragons. So we did that. And then on my Instagram, I think I have it on here too. But it takes actually 6 minutes for the evening primrose to start opening till it fully opens, because it opens. Okay, so come on, where is that at? All right, I was growing Brussels sprouts, but the plant something was eating it all, so I miss my plants and garden. No, but I want to grow. I want to grow something inside also. I did try. I can grow corn. The stalk will grow, but no corn will grow on it. I'm gonna try it again. This is my dwarf sunflower. That did really well. I just didn't collect the seeds off of it because I just let it. I was just letting it go. And then I had the moss rose. So I try, and that's one of those the thick books that I sit there and I have for gardening. That's all that information about what grows together, companion planting, and everything. I'm much better in the summer with walking and pain. I'm surprised you're better in the winter. You know, because usually it's the winter time is the worst in the summer, and I was like, I always told the doctor, I'm the opposite. You might as well just put me in the medical books because because it's different. I'm just different. And that's like with the cortisone shots. Can't have them. And I told that chiropractor, orthopedic, I can't have those things. If you're allergic to one type of medicine, most likely you're allergic to the other. Yeah, no. And they think they know so much. I'm like, you don't live in my body. I was hoping, there it is. That's the very beginnings of it. That's not the one I want to show, but that's the evening primrose, but that's not the one I wanted to show y'all. Is it this one? I think this was the one. No, I was just looking at that one. That's when I was in Shed Wars and everything years and years ago. Well, yeah, like Cat Evening Primrose is so pretty. I don't know why I can't find it. Except that one flower. Let's see. So then I had those big ones. They were out front. And I had a bunch of flowers in that. And they did all right. But I just didn't. It just got to where the tree out there was too much shade, and then nothing grew. So I was like, and then for a couple of years, I didn't do anything because I was hurting so bad. Oh, come on. Oh, well, I can't find it. Well, why can't I find it? Because I've been right there beside the zinnias. All right, I think I found at least one good one. All right, I gotta put this one a little bit when it goes itching. I could take a Allegra, but I was just like, "Hey, Kevin, how you doing?" Trying to find this thing about the evening primrose, and that's good. Oh my goodness, I took well, the leaves off and made my own. Just let them dry out a little bit, and then put them in some olive oil, and then let that sit for was a couple of weeks. That's how I did it, and then made my own evening primrose oil. Right, and that's the only one I can find right now. But those are so pretty, and I was like, uh, so I ordered me some more the evening primrose and mullein seeds I got from Baker Creek. So I did plant some in a container, and it didn't do anything. So I dumped those containers, and I know what's wrong with that was those that back to Eden, no, back to roots soil. So I dumped all that on the side. I hadn't even gone. If they got cold, I didn't go around the side to see if anything was growing. So now it's all the snow and everything. So I'm just wondering, I wonder if anything grow in the springtime, because the sun actually gets the side of the building here in the morning for a good like 4 or 5 hours or so and everything. And then I'm like, so then I put some of this mullein and the um, evening primrose right there at the corner right there. so it wouldn't block the back window. That didn't do anything. I just think maybe it was late in the season. I don't know. I just put them on the ground. I didn't try digging up anything. And the same thing out here in the front. Well, they took another dead bush out and everything. And so I was like, I just threw some seeds down where that's at and everything. So all of a sudden, something started to grow. And I was like, before it got really cold, I mean, it was a little bush like that. I'm like, I don't think they got the roots of the bush that they took out. So I think that bush is growing back. I was like, well, something's growing there. And then the green out there, I think it's burdock. Because there's several different plants that looks like that big green leaf. So I don't know, but that sucker, man, that one was still going along with the bells of Ireland until we got our first snow, and then but I want to say they're still hanging in there. It's like okay, dokie, that's good to know. Y'all gonna say that. And the bells of Ireland they grow up like this, but we had some really heavy rain and wind, so some of them got pushed down like that. So I'm just like, I was trying to help it up. Those things got thorns, and you don't see those thorns. Oh, they hurt. It's like a little pinch. I mean, it's more than a pinch. Think of a little bee sting or something another. And Happy New Year, Kevin. Good to see you. And I was just like, oh, tell everybody, if y'all ever grow bells of Ireland, please wear gloves because they got little tiny thorns you can't see. So I'm just like, oh goodness. And then it's that time of night, every single night. So, all that's congestion and stuff. So I left this open. This is sitting right here. Oh, I tell you, oh, it smells so good. But that's what I did with this. This castor oil and olive oil and eucalyptus essential oil. And I was like, oh, that's what she was talking about. It was one of those channels they're talking about. It may have been Eternal Health. It might have been oh my goodness. Her name is like Barbara O'Neill. That's who I'm talking about. Thinking of Eternal. Oh, this keyboard thing doesn't type right. So she said she was telling this lady about taking eucalyptus or whatever. You just have to look it up. And the lady goes, you can't take it like that and this, that, and the other. And she goes, eucalyptus essential oil. What do y'all think is in your cough drops? In your mixed paper of eucalyptus essential oil? They got the laughing. I was like, yeah, but I don't think so. The 17th, I'm going to the Farmer Collective Food Hub seed swap. Oh, that sounds good. So I should get some great seeds. Oh yeah, definitely. One thing I wanted to do, which I did, but I didn't plant it. I want to try to grow a lemon tree. Because Sandy from Suburban Homesteading, Wyoming, Arizona, she grows all kinds of stuff in Wyoming. She goes, don't ever tell you can't grow something in your zone. You just have to get to adapt to your zone. But she goes, like with the trees, like a lemon tree, they get tall, but you can always trim it to make it know when to stop growing so it stay that height and everything. So I was like, I would love to grow a lemon tree because then I can have lemons all the time. Because they say you can bring that tree, the type of container, if you do it right, you can bring it inside in the wintertime or leave it inside all the time. So what I want to do is have something growing inside, um, whether it's herbs or just a plant. I had an aloe vera plant that I grew in the wintertime inside. And there's a video, I have videos of that. And it grew so much that I had enough that I could split, not split it, but you can take it the way it was and then transplant into other planters and everything. And so they said because it's really it wants like a warm environment. So that when it got spring and summer, I put it outside, it died. I'm just like, well, so much for being in a warm environment. I think what it was, they got used to being inside, that it didn't like the heat outside. So I would like to have another aloe vera plant. And you can buy seeds. You can get seeds to grow it from seeds. So I think, that'd be pretty interesting. But I'm really interested is this, as spring comes around, my lemon tree and orange tree are inside right now. Oh, that is so cool. Hey, Robin, I'll talk to you later. How can I have some lemon seeds? Hey, because that's different than the store-bought seeds. I mean, the seeds from the lemons from the store. But we did try that in a station I did a few years ago. And seeds starting like you do with the paper towel and everything. And all it sprouted and everything. And so I was like, oh, so that does work. So I was like, that'd be a good idea. And then I wanted to try to grow an avocado tree. I was like, I want to grow as much as I can so I don't have to go to the grocery store and buy it. So it's like I don't have that many containers. So it's like, okay, Lord, we really need a house, with a big backyard or at least a couple of acres because I really, really want to start growing stuff. I hope to get a lemon this year. I got the plant from a Tractor Supply. Okay, cool. Yeah, a friend of mine just puts her citrus in a greenhouse in the wintertime. See, yeah, I'll get a house with some couple of acres and everything, have a greenhouse on it and everything. So stuff like that could be in the greenhouse in the wintertime. And, keep it going like Lisa, Yoga High Farm. If you get aloe seeds, plant them in a pot. Then over flower then take over flower beds. Babies will come up from the roots too. Oh, sweet. I got a huge aloe plant in my house. See, I know that sucker was like this. And it was getting really big because we got it from Lowe's. That's like 5 years ago. Oh, probably longer than that. And because, aloe vera is good. If you have an aloe vera plant and you get burned or something, you just break off the tip of one and squeeze it and put it all over. We always had one of those when I was growing up. My mom always had one in the windowsill. And, every time sunburn, burn cooking on the stove and everything, she would take the top off because it would grow right back and put it all over your hand and everything. And I was like, yeah, I would like to have another one. Also helps with the air we breathe. Hummingbirds love the flowers. Oh, yeah. What is that flower called? It's a house plant. And they always, not creeping flock. She planted the creeping flock around the tree. Oh my goodness. I forgot the name of the flower. And she always had plants in the windowsill. I know. So, but like I said, out front was the plant lavender. The marigolds was in the planter. Um, the toothache plant. I planted. Let me see. You got the notebook right here. See, I talked to myself. All right, so what's out back? It is. That's the scarves. All right, so a fall garden. I planted the sugar pie pumpkin with the oregano. Well, the oregano did really well. The sugar pie pumpkin, not so much. I think I planted it too late. But they said you could plant it that late. It grew like true green leaves and everything, and then didn't do anything. By the back door was supposed to be charged. Let's see here. Because all right, so there we go. All right, so by the back door, cauliflower, Swiss chard, and onion. Whiskey. Let's see, that was the big plant, the other big planter. So the two big tall ones. The one by the door, away from the back door. Then the other was supposed to be. Oh, that was supposed to be cauliflower. It grew like this, and then it kind of like just it fizzled out. It didn't do anything. I'll put dry shellfish and eggshells in the bottom under the sole for my aloes. Oh, that's cool. Creeping Charlie. She said creeping phlox. I don't know if it was that or creeping Charlie. Borage is beautiful. Mine is still blooming in the wintertime. Oh, wow. Yeah, and then there's cauliflower, onion, and Swiss chard. Yeah, nothing. Then the first whiskey barrel is the giant red mustard greens, carrots and onions. Now the carrots and the onions, they have the greens on them and everything. So, but I don't want to pull them up just yet. I'll just wait. But the giant mustard, oh yeah, it grew. It grew that tall and had those little big leaves on it, which I should have picked off, and so maybe it would have kept growing, generate or whatever. But it didn't do that. All right, the whiskey barrel in the middle, I planted more cauliflower, Swiss chard, and onions. Yeah, I was like, these are supposed to be cold winter plants. Cooler weather for cold weather. Yeah. I'm sitting here thinking about that. I was like, that we've had all that snow because I didn't really water it that much because I was doing stuff and then forgot. And so I watered it, but it didn't get hot. So it didn't make me think of it still needed water. But we've had all that snow and not just a couple of inches here. We've had like 5 or 6 inches at different times and it just keeps on with the lake effect snow. So it's been watering. So I'm like, well, maybe it will grow anyway. I don't know. Then the whiskey barrel by the road was supposed to be turnips, lettuce, and broccoli. Nothing. I mean, I've seen greens. I'm gonna tell you, and that didn't grow, but I've seen little sprouts of different things in that whiskey barrel, and I'm just like, oh well, you just never know. I was like, oh goodness. So then the small have moved containers around. So one of them is supposed to be basil and beets. That might be a beet out there. I don't know. Let's see. This is all September. So September, October, November. Yeah, October, November. So some of those should have been ready to harvest and everything, but when it snows and it was cold, I was just like, I'm just not going to go out there and get it. It's fertilizing that's the trick. I need some scheduled off, how often and what kind. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I know. And I'm just like, but that was weird. The first year I gardened, or the second year I gardened, I got actually, I don't remember the name of the soil, but it had all that stuff in there, and I didn't have to fertilize because it had all that stuff, all the pre-mixed stuff and everything in it already. And that's why all the stuff grew. And the only thing that really we got that year was this cherry tomatoes. But like I said, I got that plant from Lowe's, but it didn't produce that many cherry tomatoes. Nothing like that yellow pear tomato. Oh my goodness, we got about a good 50, 60 yellow pears tomatoes out of that. I know I got, I think it was like I said, 30 between, I think it was 30 to 40 banana peppers and everything. So, but I used the hopping frog soil, don't have the frog on it. So I'm just like, well, the smaller containers, um, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull all that out, go over here on the side of the building and fill the that's close to the building that has no, it's just dirt and don't have anything, and dump all that there because that has that back to root soil. And I was finding grubs in there, but they were dead. And I was like, then I realized that that's how that soul came. And I was like, by the time I realized that, it was too late to see about getting my money back. So my recommendation is do not buy back to root soil. And then I have one that's supposed to have onions and beets, corn, nothing. And then I did lemon balm and lemon squash together. They got about that tall. And then, like I said, it got cold, but they're supposed to be cold weather plants. And Brussels sprouts and onions and basil. Yeah, nothing. Then I did one with beets and cabbage, and I think some of those are the ones I dumped. And then at the evening primrose and the lavender, I planted in the container that I had. I said keep it like it is, but I think I just actually dumped it. And then the one thing I did keep was the asparagus. So I'm trying to figure out, is it the asparagus or is it I think it's fennel, but it looks like a fern because I know what the tops of asparagus looks like when it's growing like the first year. So I left those there, and I it was the 4 o'clocks that Gail sent me. I kept calling them something else every time in the videos, and then when I was editing, I had to put in there. I mean, 4 o'clocks. Like, because people will put in the comments, Nancy, I think there's a 4 o'clocks. I'm like, yeah, I could just, let's just name it something else. So, but see, the asparagus, the Jimmy pepper, and 4 o'clocks, they grow together. So that's what I planted. But I really think that soil was just like awful. So, but, but that's why I'm write down, and I've got flowers that are related to each other: chicory, ragweed, chrysanthemums, marigolds, and daisies. Inulin is a chicory. All in the family, chicory family. And chicory, artichoke, chamomile, lettuce, tarragon, sunflower seeds, and radicchio. And the endive is a different species. CI, is it I or CI tutorium and E? Oh, and or whatever that is. I have to go back. Contains sesquiterpene, well, SESQUITERPEN, lactone. But I can't remember. It's something chromium and that's what IVIA is. That's the word. It might be ENDIVIA is in the same species. Contains sesquiterpene lactone. So I'm always making things, writing things. What kind of animals do you want? Chickens. 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 Because, well, Anastasia and I both have a pet standard from cats and dogs, but there are cats and dogs that are allergy friendly. So, we've looked into those. Our mom and dad's looked into those for years, but we're not going to pay. All right, so the deposit for a pet is $400, and that's like $100 some dollars more a month for a pet. And it's just like, just wait. So, well, chickens, and if it depends, if about other animals, but definitely chickens because we eat eggs, and I use eggs so much and stuff and everything. And I know there's egg substitutes because I have a video about that, and I've tried them all. Sometimes some things is just as not as good as having an egg. So the closest I think I found the best as an egg substitute would be flaxseed or chia seeds and everything. So, yeah. Um, if I had to pick another animal, let me think. It may be a pig, just depends. But yeah, chickens would be the first thing that we would want. And then, because I don't want to have, but they don't taste like eggs. I know. I know they don't. I know. It's just the way. It's just, with baking and cooking, eggs just do something different than, and I understand some people can't have eggs or some people don't want to eat eggs and all that, but, it has then Dr. Bird talked about that. He has a short about that the egg has everything that you need for your body except vitamin C. He goes, if you eat 2 eggs a day, you have everything you need except for vitamin C. And I was just like, even was it lutein? I don't know if it's lutein for you. He said something for your eyes and everything. And I was like, that's why my eyes are still so good because I've been eating those eggs. Let's see if I can find that short. Oh, I know I need to look for what it says. And it has little words. I'm just like, take those off so I can find what I'm looking for. Because when you're on your phone, you can't put in a little search thing because they don't have it on you like it does if you're. All right. It has anti-inflammatory food. Oh, here we go. I'll share this one. And this is when he talks about the eggs. So I thought that was pretty interesting because my son and daughter-in-law kept telling me eggs cause cholesterol. Eggs cause. I'm like, no, they don't. I say y'all need to do a little bit more research on that, or go listen to Dr. Berg. He'll tell you exactly about what causes cholesterol. It sure is not eggs. Because they were saying, you eat too many eggs, you're going to have. I go to the doctor, my blood work is fine. My cholesterol is lower than it was, it's fine, it's low. And my doctor was just looking at me, he goes, I don't understand. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, from your blood work and everything, he goes, you are healthy. He goes, if it weren't for, the herniated disc and the arthritis and everything, he goes, you'll be great for your age. Like, he goes, I don't want to offend you. I said, that's no offense taken. I appreciate that. I'm like, that's good to know. I'm glad. So now I've got some other things to work on. Oh, goals. This is big, bold letters. Oh, it says finishing, but get the rest of the weight off. So that's my long year goal. So that's, long year goal. Well, that should be like a lifetime thing also. So, getting the rest of it off because I go on the scale and I'm fluctuating between 245 and 248. I'm like, no way. There's no way. You're in that denial thing. And I'm like, I used to be in that denial thing for a long time. When I was sitting here watching old videos, I'm like, when I first started the channel, I'm like, I don't know what I let myself get that fat. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so embarrassed. But it's easy when your heart and your mobility is limited and everything. The weight can come on. And I've heard over many, many different times, that a lot of it's about, yes, exercise and everything, but what you eat and everything. But Dr. Berg, I was talking about that lemon balm tea. He was talking about how it's supposed to help with your metabolism too. I was like, okay, I don't that sparked my interest real quick. I was like, let me rewind this and listen to it again. Because, now, like I said, some things I understand some people can't do. Let's see here. Anti-inflammatory food. That's the liver. Single day. He was talking about lemon balm tea. So maybe we'll know on that one. Oh, no, not about that one. So, let's see here. I'll go back. Because he's got two. He's got Dr. Bird's shorts and then his regular. Oh, here it is. It's a video. Go to my channel. And there's. I'm going. Hold on. I'm laughing at myself. Instead of going to the channel to look for it and everything, all I had to do was go to my history of what I watched today or whatever and go find it that way and then get the link and put it in the. See, that's why you don't turn your history off or you don't delete your history. Because if you're looking for something you've looked for and like, oh, I don't remember what I said. Oh, yeah, I go back to my history and find it. It ain't an age thing. I tell you. When I was 16, I'd go out of the room and forget what I was going to go get. It's not an age thing. It's called information overload. Because my mom would go, I got a senior moment. I said, no, it's not. When I'm 16 years old and I get up to get out of my room because I was studying for a test or whatever, to go to the kitchen to get something and get there and forget what I was going to get. And I sit there and stop. I'm like, okay. And I started, well, maybe if I go back to my room, I'll remember what I was going to go get. And sure enough, I get back to my room. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to get. So I told her one day, I said, I don't think so. That's the information overload age because computers were out and you learn about computers in high school and programming and this, that, and the other. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then you try to do 100 things at one time. I'm like, I don't think so. That's why I got people playing when I'm just like looking at that notebook and like, then Anastasia, she was asking me something and she goes, do you know what notebook you put it in? I'm like, no. I'm going to have to go find it to go through each notebook. She goes, then you put a note to find it in that notebook and a notebook and a notebook and a notebook. We got to laughing. Because I told her, I said, yep, you're right. I said, it's like putting the present in a box, in a box, in a box, and you put it in a bigger box and another box and another box to get somebody to open. All they looks like they're opening is boxes and boxes. She goes, she could do the same thing with notebooks, Grandma. I'm like, yeah, that's true. Oh, goodness. I was like, that was just funny when she said that. And everything. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yeah, this has helped. Sad, but makes sense. Yeah, I know it does. You know, that's like we only had 3 channels of TV growing up. We had NBC, ABC, and CBS. At 12 o'clock after the nightly news, the TV went off because they went stacked. All the stations went down. So you had unless it's, but Johnny Carson, when did he start? I think he was the only late night show. Was Johnny Carson. It was way back when. Oh my gosh, I got head back from kindergarten because of that. I know. But yeah, I remember, yeah, the only thing that was probably from 12 to 12:30 was Johnny Carson show, and all the other 2 went off the air. And so, you didn't, after the news, you went to bed or you read a book or, listened to the radio. And it does seem like time was slower back then. But I think because we didn't have all the access to stuff that we have now. Even back in it was like 1980 when cable first came out, we had, my dad got it. We had, he goes 300 channels. No, it wasn't 300 channels. I don't know. It was like 100 channels or so, something. Plus HBO, Cinemax, Showtime. There was a couple of other ones like that. And all those channels was $15.99 a month. And he thought that was the best deal. I mean, when it first came out, it was Comcast. I think it was Comcast, wherever it was. It was for all those channels. It was like, so when they got set up in there, he said one day he was sitting in this chair. We were sitting there in the den. He's going through. He goes, man, was it over 150 channels and everything? And he goes, plus the movie channels. He goes, I know what I'm doing. He just sit there and flip and go through each one just to see what it was. Yes, they want to static. Later, they started those infomercials of selling. Yeah, I know. The Jinsu knife. And I'm just like, because what happened was cable came out, so then they had to compete with the cable cable shows and everything. But see, that's when CNN came around and everything. So then we had news with that. So then the regular show had stations had to come up with other stuff for news, and that's when the like the Today Show and all that, because it used to be was just Phil Donahue was a talk show, but then they had they come up with Today Show and all the other ones and everything. Then the weird stuff they would sell. Oh my goodness, I know. Oh goodness. And people bought that stuff. I just couldn't believe it. People buy that stuff. But never buy it. And then those chairs I rotated to sleep. It looked like a half moon. Yeah. QVC, I think it was, QVC came out in the 90s. But it was a home shopping network. That came out first. My ex-husband, his grandmother, I think she bought everything off of that show. I was like, oh my goodness. And so when did QVC start? They started in 1986, founded by Joseph Siegel, with his first broadcast on November 24th, 1986. It's from Westchester, Pennsylvania. So it probably took a while, to get on cable. And then when did the Home Shopping Network start? They launched in Clearwater, Florida in 1977 and then moved to local cable in 1982 as the Home Shopping Club, and then went national in 1985 as the Home Shopping Network, before being rebranded as HSN in 2000. So uppers, I know, see? We come home from school and watch As the World Turns, and then whatever one it was, Bold and the Beautiful and Guiding Light. But then in the summertime, you get to watch Young and Restless and Days of Life, whichever one. And we watched ABC, I guess it was Channel 6. I guess it was ABC. My best friend, she liked Days of Our Lives and all those, so we would just compare notes. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Do y'all still got snow? I think it's gotten warm over there in Iowa. So, yeah, I come home from school and watch the soaps, because then it would and then it'd be like something at 4:00. PBS would have stuff, so then we'd watch that, or we did schoolwork and everything, so we wouldn't have to do it at nighttime. And I was 11, Yes, we are getting some really mild temps right now. We're 29 degrees. It feels like 23. And still have snow on the ground. Not that much, but where it's shade, where it shades, have shade, it's still snow on the ground. Challenge 6, Lions Hope, all my children, Jonah Hospital. Yeah, there you go, Robin. Temps are starting to drop in the mid-30s. Oh, starting. It starts at the west, it moves to the east. Your snow is completely gone. Oh, yeah, I believe it because the way the jet stream is right now, then everybody's supposed to be warm or something other like by the middle of the week. I don't know. It changes so much. I don't think they know how to keep up with the weather either. Now, I just watched your video, Brian. You got that milking machine, so you don't have to milk a cow by hand anymore. I thought that was cute. And then, your grandson learning to make butter. I think that'd be one of the best things ever. It's 22 here. Yeah, yeah. We'll hope by May, Anastasia should be at her maintenance phase where we can buy regular butter and other regular cheese and stuff and everything. One of the first things my daughter-in-law said she wanted to get was Velveeta cheese. She goes, I don't care for this fake cheese. I got to laughing at her. She goes, she misses having Velveeta cheese and shells. I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, that's why I'm trying to figure out what the world is going on with me. It, so because I miss that stuff too. Um, he made butter yesterday. Again today, he's really going to be a pro at. Oh, that is awesome! And see, homemade that butter right there is the best thing in the world. Helen, my mom absolutely loves the Smurfs. Oh yeah, da 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 da. We may get snow flurries this week. Haven't had any yet. That would be awesome. I know. But see, I always thought Oregon and all them had the rain and the cold weather and the snow and everything. That's what we were told growing up. In the encyclopedias. That's what was always, put in the encyclopedias. But when those encyclopedias were made, that's exactly what the weather was like back then. Yeah, homemade butter. No preservatives or anything like that. Just the butter. So, what I would like to do is trying to find a local. No, we have someone that's local that sells eggs, but I didn't get to the person that way this summer. So hopefully, maybe next in the spring or whatever, just to go over there and see what his prices are. Still 2 more days of rain here, 48 now. Oh, yeah, that's good. I know. Y'all been getting a lot of rain. That's like, wow. And that's like, they call it the Pineapple Express because it's coming from Hawaii that way and just keeps going and going and going. Yep. And then, see, we had a neighbor one time that took the pineapple. They got it from the grocery store, and when they cut the top of it, he planted the top and everything and started growing the pineapple again. It's like, that was cool. And then, let's see, something else I want to grow. I think Gail, she grew aromath. Is that what she grew? And everything. And I know Emma Gardner was talking about growing his own wheat also. I was like, that'd be pretty cool. I have to watch it because our landscaping, grass cutting people, they kept cutting stuff down. I'm just like, stop. Used to be the heat wave in 21, our winter had been mild. Oh my goodness. I know. I can't say what I was going to say. I'll text you later. 'Cause you too, what I'm going to say. Oh, goodness. Well, everybody, last year was a mild winter for us. Yeah. And not here. It was cold and snow. Because they kept going, we ain't had snow, we ain't had snow. So you go back and look at the channel. And I got pictures of when it snows. We don't have a lot. Yeah, we do. So, but, yeah. Tomorrow night we'll be sewing. I cut the pattern out. As but get the pattern cut out, get the material cut out and everything. We'll see how far we go and everything. So thank you. It is 1 o'clock here, and I'm going to get some sleep because tomorrow's a busy day. Be up and ready. Everybody's ready for school. Well, she's got online class, so be up and doing this everything again. We really enjoy these 2 weeks off of school. I'll tell you. So y'all have a wonderful and blessed night, blessed morning, evening. Right? I won't forget your biggest, because I usually make the live around in the afternoon because I've already done, by that time I've done my videos and I'm starting to edit. So then I'll go on there and make the live. No. So thank y'all for hanging out and work on that wonderful next goal. So we'll see y'all tomorrow night. God bless. Stay safe. We love y'all. And we'll see you next time on Our Treasure Home.